Sorry if my hair looks crazy. I'm walking and it is raining. It is raining right now. It's raining really hard actually. So I'm gonna get breakfast, I'm gonna go to work, and I'll be back. Hey guys, so I am here in their operating room, and I'm actually really nervous because I walked in and I was already pretty terrified. I was really nervous, and then I saw all of the instruments and I'm like, oh my god. So it's gonna start soon. Here we go. Hey ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it is Thursday in the afternoon. It's about 3:20 and I just had a really yummy lunch. One of my favorite soups. Panera has a really good creamy tomato soup. I'm like in love with it. I can eat it all day long. Super good. I'm actually addicted to any type of tomato soup. I don't know why, but I love it. It's funny because I don't really like tomatoes, like sliced tomatoes and like burgers or sandwiches and stuff like that. It's weird. So I had, you guys saw like a few seconds ago, a clip of me at the doctor's. So you guys are probably wondering why I had to get that done. I had to get what's called a colposcopy. I had to get tissue samples and I had to get a biopsy done of my cervix. For those of you that do not know me, I mean, you know, I probably might as well just say why I needed it, because you guys are probably wondering why I needed to get it done. There's actually, I have a few things wrong with my reproductive system. I actually have PCOS, which I actually have a pretty severe type. Some people just have a few cysts on their ovaries. I actually have about a pearl necklace wrapped around both of my ovaries, and that pearl necklace symbolizes my cysts. So my ovaries are actually full of cysts all around both of them, and it's usually why I'm usually in a lot of pain, cramping, and thank God that they're not large and they're still pretty small, so sometimes I can actually feel them rupture, and it's pretty painful. But thank God that they're not a lot bigger, because I actually know people who have been hospitalized because their cysts burst. It's the most painful thing ever. So I actually produce more testosterone than I do estrogen. So my hormones are completely out of whack. So I'm on medication for that. And so that's one thing. The second thing is I actually have something called HPV, and most women out there know exactly what that is, because when you're a teenager, or when, you know, around 15 to 17, sometimes when you're older you get it as well, but it's the human papillomavirus, and when you were about 15 to 17 you got the shot. It was about 3 or 4 shots that you get in your arm, and it was actually really painful. It hurt after a while. And unfortunately, that shot only protects about 2 to 3 types of HPV, and there's a lot of them out there. And unfortunately, I do have it. So that vaccine did not work for me. So I have to get a pap smear done every 6 months to make sure that, you know, to see if I still have the HPV and to make sure that everything's okay. You know, I'd really like, you know, what doctors would really like is to see it go away after 6 months to a year, because usually if it's there for longer, it can turn into cervical cancer. Hence the reason why I needed to get a colposcopy or my biopsy done this morning. When I had my pap smear done about a month ago, I still tested positive for HPV, and I tested positive also for abnormal cells. It's called ascus. It's like atypical simple squamous something cells. I'm not sure the exact name, but that is the abbreviation. And 6 months ago, when I tested positive for HPV, they did not find that. But now, a month ago, when I had my pap smear done again, they found that I was positive for HPV and I had ascus. So those people out there who do have HPV, or who, you know, usually women know a lot about these type of things. You have to be very careful. I mean, you never know. Some women just get it, and unfortunately, that's me. And since they found those cells inside of my cervix, they have to check and see what stage those cells are in. If there's 3 stages. There's 1, 2, and 3. What they like to be on the lower end, because on the lower end of those numbers, we just, you know, monitor it and make sure that it's not getting worse. But if it's the 3rd type, the 2nd or the 3rd, it's considered precancer. And those cells soon turn into cancer cells, and sooner or later, I'll have cervical cancer. So that's why I had to get my biopsy this morning, to check and see how abnormal those cells actually are. So I have to wait a while to get those results back, but it actually wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. It was pretty uncomfortable. She was in there for a good 7 minutes. Extremely uncomfortable, and I'm actually really crampy now. She literally scrapes the sides of your cervix to get some samples of your cells and to slice a little bit off of my cervix, just a little, for the biopsy part. So that is why I had to get that done. So I won't know the results of that for a while, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted. So I am just gonna wait until the girls get home, and then after that, I'm just gonna head straight home. I didn't get to sleep in as much as I wanted today because I had that doctor's appointment. But it is still raining out. It's still icky out. Yeah, so I will see you guys in a bit.